damp and abandoned. Why did Wake want me to come here?
Yeah. Very, very dark as well. What the? Ah. Of course, weapon mods are full again. I should probably break down a few more so I can pick up more than 3. I'm currently holding that one. And this one is better. I'm also holding, or using I should say. Well, that one's not in there. That is that one. Well, there's a few more slots I can use. I've got things in all of them. New hotline. Okay, so it's got a whole section for this DLC. Hartman's final act.
Dr. Emil Hartman was desperate. The Federal Bureau of Control had stolen his life's work. This was his last chance, his final experiment. What he'd been too scared to do before. Hartman dove into the lake, was taken, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Only an echo of him remained, fragmented impulses on autoplay, violent, bloodthirsty darkness in the driver's seat. Emerging from the lake, the thing was captured by the FBC. Brought in, contained, studied. The thing broke loose, killed everyone it could. The FBC fell back and sealed the sector. The thing was alone in the dark, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. Not darkness, but similar enough. A sound. A resonance. It shouldn't be a surprise. If there's one, why not another? The darkness inside the thing could have been immune, could have resisted, fought, could have been passed by, passed through with no effect. But it didn't, and it wasn't. Maybe it had grown weaker over time, not aged. It was timeless, but weaker with no link to its source. A metamorphosis followed. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Ooh. So the thing was locked, that's locked away here. Is that Hartman? That looks weird.
That doesn't look like a house shift. Do I even want to know?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But fixing that hasn't changed this at all. The pallet jack is flying. And they're pretty heavy. Oh. Damn. There's quite a few enemies in there. Luckily I saved it right outside. What the? Ouch. I thought he was my buddy. Turns out he's definitely not.
guess the hiss are already in here.
Yeah, of course. Did you think anything else? I would have been surprised if they weren't here. Foot gossip. Hello. My feet gossip at night and now I have to wear shoes to bed. Sincerely, me. Okay. That's the way I'll go forward. Might be able to get up through there too.
Looks like the house has gotten a little wild in here.
Yeah. Hartman arrests. Offender name, Hartman. Emil. Victim's name. Victim names. Wake, Alan. Anderson, Tor. Anderson, Bowden. Redacted. Lane, Rudolph. Dissolve, Wendy, Emerson. Thomas, redacted. Has to be Thomas Zane. But everyone else has been saying last name first. No, that's Thomas Emerson. Surely there would have been a Zane in there. Oh well. Officer names. Dennis Special Agent Remy. Charges. Code 4. Kidnapping of altered individuals. 1 count. Code 8. Sanctions against altered organizations. 1 count. Code 37. Obstruction of Bureau investigation. 1 count. Code 74. Breaching the Ash Act. 6 counts. Additional notes. Offender's property seized as evidence to be used in conjunction with an ongoing AWE investigation. Offender's personnel effects have been sent to research for analysis. After being cleared by Bureau researchers, all victims have been released. Biannual surveillance orders were assigned to each, except the Anderson brothers, due to their senility, and Wake, possibly deceased. Okay. I think that Wake may be dead. Oh. Why won't you let me in there? There's loot in there. Why won't you let me in? Maybe through this wall? There we go. Hidden location discovered. Not really hidden, because they showed me that there was something in there. That is shown on the map, just it also shows to go around it. Okay. So you can't go through that way.
This darkness is blocking the door. So now I have to deal with an interdimensional noise and sentient shadows.
But you don't have a light. Aim a powerful light source at darkness. Destroy it.
Light burns it away, huh? Makes sense.
Success. This place looks too dark. To have two bright lights there, the rest what isn't in the light to be pitch black just doesn't feel right. Whoa. That's the way I need to go, so I'm going to go the other way first. Doesn't look like there's anything else in there, but there was stuff I could destroy in there. Well, that kind of answers my question before. Looks like it is Hartman and Senior still. Yeah, can't get through there.
The third thing. The sound made darker, the darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched, like a worm through time. The third thing was a monster. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Faden.
Why does it have to be so dark? I can't see anything. I can see that I need to put something there. I'm assuming that will light something up to clear this here. But I don't have any torch. Pretty sure. Nope. Ah, there we go. And I'm assuming that'll open once we have this in the right spot. Yep. Eagle limited limited summary. Event summary. A train derailment resulting in 62 casualties and numerous injuries was suspected to have been the work of a para-criminal group known as Redacted. As a result of this event, the agents discovered that one of the cars had become altered with a persistent auditory event. It remains to be determined whether the AWE was spontaneous or the direct result of the sabotage. Event response. The Bureau had been tracking said group at the time, and the intel gathered suggested an event of this caliber was imminent in Bloomington. As a result, a response team on site was able to respond to the train accident site within minutes of its occurrence. They arrived to find emergency processes underway, but also equipment left behind by the suspected group. A suspicious onlooker managed to elude agents after they attempted to make contact. Further investigation of the accident revealed a curiously undamaged train car that exhibited an altered state when entered. This individual car was secured and transported to the investigation sector for further studies. Will we find a train car in it? Hotline. Another hotline, yes. The third thing.
The resonance carves its way through the thing that had been Hartman, vibrating, remolding. The sound changes the darkness, and the darkness changes the sound. They both changed what remained of Hartman. They all turned into something else. A third thing. The sound made darker. The darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched. Stretched as anyone when seen from out of time, like a worm through time. Almost an Ouroboros, a spiral, a maelstrom. The gravity well of a black hole, twisting inward, tightening, taking you deeper and deeper to the bottom, the heart, and through to the other side. The third thing said, when you hear this, you will know you're in new you. He said, we build you till nothing remains. He said, under the conceptual reality behind this reality, you must want these waves to drag you away. He said, baby, 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 yeah, orange peel. The third thing was a monster. He'd tear apart any ordinary person crossing his path. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Faden. There was nothing ordinary about Faden.
Hey there, Bland and Bankrupt. How you going today? You have got me near the end of the first stream for the day, though. The Shadow. Summary. Paranatural entity A010, aka the Shadow, is an aggressive redacted consisting of three known types. Type A, localized manifestations of sentient redacted, capable of occupying organic and inorganic material, as well as exerting redacted over its surroundings. Type B, Shaded individuals, human bodies, redacted by the shadow. These individuals become notably more aggressive but do seem to retain redacted of their previous selves. Research is ongoing as to whether this condition is reversible. Type C. Shaded objects. Similar to Type B, except the inanimate objects are redacted solely to be used as destructive tools. Each type seems to work towards a shared goal, possibly targeting certain individuals. See AWE 35, which may imply a shared link to a redacted intelligence. The threat this entity poses warrants immediate exploration of offensive defensive measures. The investigation sector is being outfitted with additional lighting sources, some internally powered to prepare for the eventuality of an redacted. Refer to file 6/34/1923 for full report.
My understanding of the darkness is fragmented, incomplete. This abyss, this void, it very much does not wish to be understood. If light symbolizes knowledge, then it stands to reason that darkness would equate to ignorance. By its very nature, it abhors comprehension. Of course, my own nature drives me to comprehend all. We are opposing forces, destined to collide. And given this conflict of natures, we know that the light of truth will burn away the darkness, both figuratively and literally. Any significant light source can be used as protection, even weaponry against this metaphysical gloom. And then there are the artists. I know for a fact that Tom, Wake, the Anderson brothers, and Lane all had some involvement with the darkness. The question is whether their uncanny ability to affect reality through their art beckons the darkness, or did their work perhaps even create it? With Wake now secure in my lodge, I expect I shall grow closer to learning the answers to these questions. Assuming he cooperates, which is proving quite the challenge. Well, perseverance is the foundation of knowledge. Speaking of, I must be off on my rounds.
Wake wasn't in the lodge for long.
Fragmented, incomplete. This abyss, this void. It very
So I'm just gonna go back. I'm unsure if I have to.
light symbolizes knowledge, then it stands to reason
This way.
that darkness would equate to ignorance.
There it is. Is there any... Don't have enough of that. Nor that. Nope. It seems I don't have enough points for anything. I do have for that one. Launch damage, but launch damage is pretty good anyway. And the rest I can't unlock yet. So as I mentioned a couple minutes ago, it was near my ending of the stream. It has reached 7 o'clock, so it is time for my break.